So yeah, guys, this video is going to be a little bit different because I went and saw Renaissance, the Beyonce movie, in theaters, and let me just tell you, it's one of the most unique experiences you'll have going to the movie theater all year long. And before anybody asks, no, I am not going to be comparing this to the Eras Tour, which came out in theaters a couple months ago. This is a completely different animal here. Yes, you do get those amazing concert sequences like you got a couple months ago with Taylor Swift. But let me remind you people of something. Back in 2009, right around the time when Taylor Swift was starting to get noticed and starting to propel herself into superstardom, Beyonce was already there. And now that Taylor Swift has sort of reached Beyonce 2009 status, it's great to see that Beyonce is still performing and she's still the superstar that I knew that she was. But I also love that for this movie, she wore so many different hats. She directed this herself, and she performs hit songs in concert on her Renaissance tour. Bonus points going to them taking footage from her performance at NRG Stadium in her hometown of Houston. But not only do you see the concert sequences, you see the creative process behind her world tour. That's right, she's taking you behind the curtain. She's showing you everything that it takes to put on a gigantic stadium show like this. And she's also showing you everybody that puts a stadium show together. It's not just about her. But you get a nice profile on her backup dancers, you get a nice profile on her stage crew, her sound technicians, the lighting designers. And even though Beyonce is very creatively hands-on with everything that she does as an artist, as she should be, I was really glad to see her put the spotlight on everybody that's been working for her this whole entire tour. It really shows you that she's brought together a nice community on this tour. And oh my god, the tour sequences itself were something to behold. And let me just say that Beyonce is an excellent singer. That should come as no surprise. She's an excellent singer, an excellent dancer, an excellent everything. Yeah, the girl that was sitting a couple rows ahead of us in this theater that had too many drinks was good. Beyonce was excellent, though. And even though I only know a small handful of Beyonce songs and I could name a small handful off the top of my head, no, I'm sorry, I'm not a hardcore Beehive member. But I've always respected her drive. I've always respected her as an artist. And watching this movie actually kind of makes me want to go back and listen to her entire discography. Because let me tell you, all those songs that she puts out just makes you want to get up and dance. And all the technical facets of this tour were absolutely astounding and breathtaking to look at on the big screen. Special shout out goes to the costume design and the seamstresses on this tour. Like, every garment Beyonce is wearing on this tour is just so breathtaking. And I actually really liked how they interspliced different clips of songs and showing her in different costumes as she's performing. Like, I'm telling you, Renaissance as a concert movie is very different, because it's intersplicing all these little clips from various shows that she has on this tour, and you get to see all of these costumes showcased. And they do a lot of neat things with the editing of Renaissance. I thought that was really nifty. Also, the sound mixing and the sound editing. I love the whole sequence where Beyonce on tour just puts her hand up like this. And my friend told me that the entire stadium, because he was at the tour, it went silent. And that just kind of goes to show you that Beyonce has the crowd in the palm of her hands when she performs. As any great artist absolutely should. But again, I also love the intersplicing of the documentary footage that we get, the behind-the-scenes aspect of Renaissance. Because I think that'll be really interesting to the people who are just going to all these gigantic concerts and they never get a backstage VIP pass. Like, it's really cool of her to do that. And showing all the rigors of her schedule, I think she mentioned that she had 44 straight days of work without a straight day off. In addition to being a mom. Like, I respected Beyonce already, but my god, even someone who doesn't know who Beyonce is, I feel like this movie would make them fans. I mean, the music is absolutely wonderful. Beyonce herself is fierce. She is so unapologetic in her performance, and you respect the hell out of her for that. And also the busyness that she puts herself through, because she's not a machine. She's a human being, as she says. Just makes you look at her as a freaking warrior, considering all she's fought through. If I were to nitpick anything at all, there is a photosensitivity warning at the very beginning of the movie, which I definitely appreciate. I am not epileptic by any stretch, but there were a couple of points in the documentary footage where I was just like, oh my god, get my eyes off of this. Like, why do we need those flashing lights in the documentary footage? I'm willing to give the strobe lights in the concert sequences a pass because it's supposed to be live. You're supposed to be there in the stadium with her. But when you're going behind the scenes and there's a whole theme centered around this whole sequence that I'm thinking of, like, I really don't think it needed a photosensitive splat at the front of it. But aside from that little nitpick, that was really my only issue with this. I think with Renaissance and Eras both coming out, Like, we have a gold mine now. Like, let's start putting out more artist tours in the theaters, especially if there's a lot of people like myself who did not see Beyonce or Taylor Swift on tour, and now we have the opportunity to see it on the big screen. Like, I'd love to see more of these. I'm gonna give Renaissance an A. Also, on a more lighthearted note, let me mention one last thing. A lot of the LED patterns that we see behind Beyonce actually show her in silver and all that, in chrome, and it edits her body to look like she is a chrome being. Kevin Feige, if you were looking for a female actor for the Silver Surfer, look no further. Could you imagine? But joking aside, let me know what you thought of Renaissance down in the comments. Did you happen to see this tour live in living color? And what is your favorite concert that you've ever been to? Sound off down in the comments section. I love discussing all things entertainment, all things movies over here. This is a great community of film lovers and entertainment lovers that we've built over here, and y'all are invited to join us. So do consider becoming a subscriber and tap on that thumbs up on your way out. That would be a humongous help. And stay tuned for more videos very soon in a very stacked month of December at the theater. Y'all are the best, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. And with all that being said, back talk commence.